Alright, so here we are in the next play area. Now that I think about it, I think I forgot to check the obstacle course here. Because I think at the time I thought I saw that you needed the swing shot, but I think I just distracted myself and just forgot to do it. So what I'll do is...
You'll need a Gadgetron Traspasser to get past this security door. Unfortunately, our scans do not show a Traspasser available on this planet.
Okay. And so I think what I'll do is I'll try to do as much as I can on this planet. And then we'll jump to the other planet and get the swing shot, I think. Or whatever, whatever you get from doing the obstacle course. Now, let's see how much we can do on this planet then. So one thing I can talk about now is that new weapon. I'm pretty excited to get that one because I think if I can remember, it's a pretty good practical weapon to have on you. Because I think if I can remember, it makes you have drones that automatically attack your enemies that are nearby, so they're kind of good bodyguards to have on you. But they do require ammo, so maybe they're good for, let's say, boss fights. Okay. Yeah, hopefully, in terms of pacing, I think we can just keep going back and forth between any extra planets and then the main story planets. So I believe that's how they pace the game. And that's to wall jump. So let's just quickly check around here. I think we can quickly go here first. I think in this game you cannot upgrade ammo capacity. So even if I wanted... Okay. I think that's a sound mouse, is it? You can't upgrade your ammo capacity, so if you run out, then that's just a little unfortunate for you. I think you might need a gadget for that thing, so I guess that's it for now. So let's keep going. Again, it's been a while since I played this game, so if I do happen to miss any obvious collectibles or hats that I should have noticed before, I mean, it is like a semi-blind playthrough, so I do apologize for missing things. I guess it just shows that sometimes they're not as obvious as I thought they were. It's really nice that the game does reward you, or there is some kind of little bonus if you do go out of your way to explore and kind of backtrack to previous planets that you completed before. I think it just makes replayability or just exploring the game world more fun. now I'll keep the blaster equipped in case any of those enemies appear again. Now, as I said before, I can be a little careless, but if I know there's a health nearby, I don't think it's too much of a concern. I will say those bullets are really hard to see. I think if you weren't paying attention, you can get hit by stray shots. I guess another thing I want to mention too is I'm not checking my map that often, and that's why I'm missing some things. I think in terms of watching, having that map pop up and close might be a little annoying like this. It really does slow down the gameplay just a bit. So I will only open it if I really need to. But again, if it starts becoming a bit of a concern about me missing things, then sure, I wouldn't mind using the map more often. But I think it feels a bit more smooth just to enjoy the moment of trying to discover things on your own. That is the fun of playing games. I always think there's like a secret area, because I felt like what's the point of going back here? Now it does look like you can get on these ledges. Let's give a quick attempt. Okay. Now I just have to make sure I don't fall off. I think that's just for bolts, which is fine. The next weapon costs 7,000. Sometimes they look like those stray shots disappear, but they might be still active, or their hurt box is still active, so you gotta be careful. But I'm assuming I'm nearing the objective now, so let's see. So, but I assume that what that did is it gave me a little bit more elevation to jump across. Okay, it gave me a lot of elevation to jump across. Here we go. So what to say, is that gonna be a mini boss or have a bit more, let's say, HP to deal with, but not. Apparently not. I know I'm taking a bit of time, somewhat, trying to fill out the map. But again, at the very least, this is getting me bolts. Because now that we almost have enough for the Glove of Doom. Let's see. Let's try to bomb glove in this guy. Not that challenging. I think what's also nice is the bolts do not despawn. I'm also surprised that doesn't slow down the game. Because I know that's sometimes an issue in some games where collectibles overload the loading. Okay. Also felt like I was just here, so I hope I didn't accidentally backtrack. I will admit, sometimes these areas look the same. But I guess that is technically what the environment is in the first place. But I see an infobot there, so... Easy win. Oh. Oh, that wasn't an infobot.
Sweet! Gadgetron's suck cannon can vacuum up multiple enemies, then fire them out as high-caliber missiles. Caution, enemies must be small enough to fit inside the barrel.
Okay, the suck cannon. I guess it's kind of nice that you get this one for free. So I guess there's some things that I forgot that you just kind of unlock or get naturally. So the suck cannon is not extremely good, but it's kind of helpful. You can still insta-kill like that, and then, as they say, you can launch it back at your enemies. I am done with this play area, so I think I just have to head back. I hope. So I do need a thing called the Traspasser. But first let's buy the Glove of Doom.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Okay. Okay, what's also nice about, I guess, the suck cannon is it retains your, I could say, ammo.
You'll need a Gadgetron Trespasser to get...
So I think this is it for this planet for now until we get the Traspasser. So I guess now let's quickly head back to Metropolis and do the obstacle course. Okay, so I guess the, let's say, ammo retention is per planet, which I guess is understandable. So again, I do, well, I wouldn't say apologize for doing things a little off track, because I could have done this from the beginning, but I guess technically now, because I have the hover pack with me, it does make things a bit easier. Or maybe you actually do need it. Who knows? But here we go.
You can use the zip line if you stand under the wire and jump.
See, I thought the zip lines require the Swingshot, so that's why, like I said, I assumed I couldn't have done it at the time. I also thought I saw swim from the Swingshot, let's say, nodes. And now that we also have the suck cannon, it's kind of easier to collect bolts, especially the ones that I miss when I'm killing enemies.
These moving walls also function as jump slots. Jump and jump again to kick off the walls in midair until you reach the top.
So it really is a good thing I have the hover pack now. Because if you have done this first before getting it, you might have gotten a little bit of trouble, but I guess we can say I'm doing this on easy mode. As I mentioned about mapping, it'd be kind of annoying to backtrack and map out this area. You see, as you can see there, that yellow thing on the left.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark.
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
Alright, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad, life's not fair.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Congratulations on your new Gadgetron Swingshot. Use it on standard burst targets like the ones in your body. If the target is out of view, use the L1 button to aim.
Alright, so like I was saying, see, I think I saw the nodes here in the distance like this. So I assumed that to complete the obstacle course, you needed the swing shot to beat it. So now I'll feature the swing shot, and then we can use that on the other planet to continue that one. And then perhaps that will get us the Traspasser. Now, I'm just gonna change the layout of my quick select like that, so it's easier to access. So you don't really need to aim it unless you really need to, but you can just do this. As long as you're within range of the nodes, or whatever you want to call those, you should be able to latch on. That's it. Now we have the swing shot. So that didn't take too long. just a little detour, which is fine. So now, as I've said, we can return and try the other planet. Okay, so now we're back here. So there's a lot of land sharks here, so we can also use the suck cannon to kind of play around with that. But first, let's just play around here. And then I'll also feature the Glove of Doom. So we just need to suck one more. Even though it's not really much of a big deal, to be honest. Oops. So I guess you don't have to max your capacity, which I forgot. But now we can fire them off. So I think it just switches modes between sucking your enemies and shooting them. So right now it's in the shooting mode, like that. The explosion is not that great. I think it's actually better to use it against one enemy. So I guess it's only good, really good for, let's say, eliminating small groups of small enemies. So here's the swing shot, and now we can keep moving forward. And let's see if there's anything extras here. Collecting some bolts. Considering that the Glove of Doom was already at 7,500. And I'm wondering if the other weapons will be much more expensive. And I'm also not gonna waste my suck cannon ammo just to get those bolts, so anyway. It's kind of nice we are now starting to increase our mobility and other things. So I don't think there's much else in terms of exploration nearby this area.
If you'd like, you can reverse your camera controls. Just select camera from the options menu.
Now, I know some people would do that, but I'm just already used to this camera style, so let it be. Yeah, it was good that the explosion didn't really reach me. I think if you did fall from here, you would have instantly died because I think it's just sand. So just let it be. And I don't know how well I can maneuver this. Oh well. It's a bit early. But free bolts, so why not? There's a lot of HP anyway, so not a big deal. Oh, I almost killed myself there. Did not expect that platform to not be against the wall. See, sometimes you might miss aim. I might accidentally grab those ones on the bottom. Let's see. Okay. I think that is the Traspasser.
Yes!
Lasers are mounted on each ring of the Invincilock. Aim the lasers at the receptors on the outside ring to turn them green. All receptors must be green before the Invincilock will open.
Again, it's kind of funny how I'm doing this a little out of order. Could have done this much earlier and then finish that other planet. But as I've said, sometimes things don't go as planned. And again, we can see a lot of some parts that are unmarked, but I think more or less this planet is now complete. So again, it's going to move the Traspasser there. So I think eventually what I like to do is organize my quick select to kind of make it simple for me to use and access. Kind of curious where that part I missed, but it's fine. So now we can just quickly run back to the ship. I think technically I could have just let myself die and I'll respawn there, but don't really want to do that. So now we can return to the planet and finally complete it. I guess like I said, it's like a bit of a learning curve or adventure. But sometimes you might forget things and have to come back. But now I can feature the Glove of Doom. And let's see. I don't see any enemies. As I've said before, sometimes I just get lost in this game. Does not differentiate what is considered things you can interact with or not. Well, it looks like they do now. You had the Swingshot to get the Traspasser. So now you're doing like another obstacle course. Well, I guess eventually we'll have to fight enemies, so... So I'll use the Glove of Doom by then. Surprised that aim was that far. Honestly, the puzzles was not that difficult. As long as you kind of know what you're doing. And I'm not sure if it's in this game, but I assume that there's a hint system or just something that tells you how to solve it. Here, let's have these guys out. Or not.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
Okay, well, a little bit of a waste for my Glove of Doom. I also forgot that per throw or charge, we can say, it summons, I think, 5 or 4. So, oh, never mind. So now we can use them at least to kill these guys. So there we go, that's just about it for the drones. Guess might as well just let them attack these guys too. Alright. At least it's not totally wasted. I'm not gonna go there. Let's just now move on to the next play area. So I think now we completed most objectives, so here we go.